Welcome to Adjust Your Mirrors, the #1 empowerment podcast show on the planet. Are you in need of motivation? Are you ready to take your personal and professional life to the next level? Then you've come to the right place. Adjust Your Mirrors. This is the podcast that's devoted to helping you see more clearly by making small adjustments. And now, here's your host, Reginald C. Allen.
Hey. Oh, thank you for tuning in to another episode of Adjust Your Mirrors. And as the man said, I am your host, Reginald C. Allen, just thanking all of you again for tuning in. Now listen, I like to start this show by asking you this particular question. Are you taking the time to adjust your mirrors? Now, last week, I spoke on what this show is all about. Adjusting your mirrors is not about you looking in the rearview mirror, looking at those things that are in the past. No, really, you really think I'm encouraging you to look in the rearview mirror? Really? No, I am encouraging you to take the time to look in the mirror, analyze anything that will prevent you from moving forward. Now, what does the mirror do? The mirror has the ability to show you the blind spots. Many of us have blind spots in our life. I mean, that's just a fact. We have things that will prevent us from obtaining our professional goals. We have things that can prevent us from obtaining our personal goals. Whatever those things may be, you must be able to identify them. And once you identify them, what do? You create a plan of action so that you can evolve, you can develop, and eventually you will become a better version of yourself. But if you never take the time to look in the mirror, my friend, you will never become what God created you to be. So, again, take the time to look in the mirror and make the proper adjustments. Now, ain't no need of worrying what tomorrow's gonna bring. It'll be all over in the morning. For those of you who know that song, I need you to email me and tell me who the artist, I should say, of that song. Okay, when I heard that song, I begin to think of many of us. Many of us, we are so frustrated, but we must realize that worrying is not going to change the outcome. We go to jobs. Some of us have been on jobs. We get there 3 hours early. We stay 2 hours late. We're doing everything we can to get that promotion, but guess what? We don't get recognized. So we feel like we're spinning our wheels. And then on top of that, we're putting out different resumes and it's not working. We're not getting a call back. So what happens? We get frustrated. Many of us, we have personal goals that we try to accomplish and we're trying to put everything together. We have resources from this person. We have these resources and we're trying to put the pieces together and nothing is working. So what happens? We get frustrated. And we all get frustrated. But again, I don't care what you want to accomplish in life. You sitting down, being frustrated about it is never going to change the outcome. And this is what I realized. Let's just be honest. A lot of our frustration comes because we want things to happen in our timing. It's like, I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. I'm here. I'm waking up in the morning. I'm staying late. Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. But you need to realize this. It's not in your timing. It's not. I mean, I don't care what you do. It's not in your timing. Now, that doesn't negate the fact that you have a responsibility. You must do what you're supposed to do. You have to do your job. They say faith without works is dead. You, my friend, you got to do what you need to do. But even with that, you have to just keep grinding and allow God to bring that increase, okay? Because I want to help you blast through frustration. We're going to the jobs and we're like, don't push me because I'm close to the edge. Okay, that's old school. But, that's how we feel. We're like, man, I'm so frustrated. Don't talk to me. Don't look at me. Don't say anything to me because I'm frustrated. I want to help you. You're frustrated. You're upset. You're about to snap. This is the first thing that you need to do. You need to remove the noise. You guys remember that song by PD? Bring the noise. No, you need to remove the noise. Because think about it, okay? When you're trying to solve a problem, man, I'm sitting here, I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and then just clutter, unnecessary emails are coming through. Noise. Remove the noise. Identify that noise. I don't know what the noise. Some noise might be people, some of your friends. Man, listen, you're trying to accomplish things in life, and sometimes you just have to remove people because people can add to the noise. I used the example earlier about you being on a job, you being frustrated, and your friend can be like, yeah, man, I see that you're there 2 hours early. I see that you work late. You don't take a lunch break. What are they doing? They're adding to that noise. They're adding to the noise. They're adding to the frustration. Sometimes you just need to say, you know what? You're right. I am doing those things, but I'm going to need you to step back for a second. I got it. If you see that I'm frustrated or if you see that I'm doing above and beyond, just pray. Pray that I could have favor. But I don't need you telling me the obvious. Okay? I don't need you adding to the frustration. I don't need you adding to the noise. If you're my true friend, why don't you remove some of the noise? The world is moving fast. So sometimes you can just be frustrated trying to keep up. Things are fast, man. Things are constantly changing. So I really want to help you. Okay. Number 2, right? When you're frustrated, you have to ask yourself, what's working in this particular situation? Whatever it is that you're trying to accomplish. I use the job thing again. Okay. Well, you know what? You're frustrated that you haven't got a promotion on your job. Guess what? At least you have a job. There's some people who don't even have a job. Yeah, you go in early. Yeah, you stay late. Yes, you don't take a lunch break, and you're frustrated because you don't see an increase in pay. But guess what? There are some people who don't even have a job, and they would love to have your job. Sometimes we have to step back, look in the mirror, and be thankful. Maybe this isn't the job that I want. But guess what? At least I have a job to provide. There's nothing wrong with you providing for your family. There's nothing wrong with you providing for yourself. At least you have a job. And, even if it feels like you're stagnant, if you look closely, you'll find something that's going right. You'll find something. Okay, you're trying to create a business and you're getting frustrated. Step back. And you can say, you know what? Maybe I'm not where I want to be in my business, but I got a couple clients. I would love to have 100 clients, but I got 5. And once you identify that, then you ask yourself, how can I improve that? I have 5 clients. Maybe I need to be a little bit more consistent. Maybe I need to offer better products to these clients. Whatever it is that you're trying to do, identify what's working. And what's working for you is your 5 clients. Now ask yourself, how can you improve the quality of service that you add to those clients? And once you do that, once you ask yourself what's working, this will enable you to move from a state of hopelessness. And then you can move into having a positive mindset. Things are not usually as bad as they appear. I'm just going to be honest with you. Things can really appear much worse when you're mentally drained, when you're tired. That's when things just seem unbearable. I'm so sick of this job. I'm so sick of everyone. Well, okay, you're tired. You're mentally drained. Maybe you need to take a vacation. What you need to understand is that a negative and closed mind will never be able to see possible solutions. Never. They can be right there in your face. But because you're so negative, you're so frustrated, your mindset is just, as they would say, stinking thinking, you can never see the possibilities in the situation. We're all frustrated. Or I should say, we all experience times of frustration. You may get frustrated, but you have to create a plan of action that will move you away from that frustration. Now I will say this, sometimes frustration can birth positive results, because when you're frustrated, you say, you know what, I'm in this situation. I don't like this situation. I'm frustrated. I need to make some changes. That's always a good thing. But if that frustration is keeping you idle, it's just keeping you in a state where you're just complaining and you're not doing anything to change that situation, then you know what, my friend, you're just going to turn into a person who's negative. You're going to turn into a person who's bitter. And God has never created you to be that way. He wants you to be energetic. He wants you to be happy. He wants you to obtain your personal and professional goals. But you can't do it being frustrated. And as I had to slow down because I almost gave you the name of the artist who sang the song. But what I was going to say was, as the artist said, ain't no need of worrying what tomorrow's gonna bring. Oh, it'll be all over in the morning. My friends, it's gonna be over. Don't worry. I don't care how bad it appears to be right now. Keep pushing, keep striving, keep grinding, and things are going to get better. Remove the noise, look at what is working, and stay positive. And until next time, be empowered.
Thank you for listening to the Adjust Your Mirrors podcast with Reginald C. Allen. Be sure to visit the Adjust Your Mirrors private Facebook group, and don't forget to follow Reginald on Twitter at Reginald C. Allen. Please remember, when you're listening on iTunes, leave us a 5-star rating review. Until next time, be empowered.